up? It's your girl Bondi Blue and I am back for another Real Housewives of Atlanta review, y'all. Okay, so excuse me if I'm a little lagging, if I'm a little tired. I just came back from the gym, okay? And I had like a trainer for my first day. Not something I'm gonna be doing all the time, but I did it today. And it was like an hour long and I'm like tired. For real though. And I'm fresh out of the shower. So excuse, like the ultra clean shit going on right now. Alright, so y'all, let's just get into this. I'm doing this review a little bit different than I normally do. It's going to be a series of questions and we'll go from there. And I think you'll like it, okay? So let's get into it. Why does Portia have on a dog collar and a jeans shirt? Let's start there. Why is that happening? What's that about? Is that what we do? I don't like any fashion statement that makes me think of slavery. Is Peter cheating on Cynthia? And does she know? The tea that was basically spilled during Phaedra and Portia's scene was that everybody knows that Peter cheats on Cynthia, but Cynthia knows about it, so nobody's really upset. So it's not really tea if she knows about it. And I'm like, yes it is. It's tea that she's okay with it. What are you talking about? That's all tea, bitch, with honey. Like, are you kidding me? Why does Todd have no pros about Kandi, except for the fact that she's family oriented, which was him basically saying she cares more about her mama than she does about me. She cares more about having a child with me than she actually cares about her relationship with me. Yeah, family oriented. Why does Kandi answer her own questions and then doesn't realize why? So as she's writing down the cons that he might have or she might have, I think it was her cons, and she asks, she says, oh, well, you're always mad about something, or you're always going on and on about something, and I'm just feeling like it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like, ding, Kandi, ding. If you were worried or even wondering what the issue Todd had with you was, you said it your damn self right there. His problem is that he tells you what his issue is. I mean, tries to beat the shit into your head. I just finished eating some kale chips. Don't hate, okay? Why do you not get that his issue with you is that you do not listen to what he has to say? He will complain and beat the shit in your head, and then you turn around and say, I don't think it's that serious. Well, Kandi, if you were feeling some type of way, you were feeling hurt about something, and instead of him validating your feelings by saying, I'm sorry, babe, he would say, I don't understand what the big deal is. Okay, how would you feel? Let's talk about that. Let's have a dialogue, okay? Therapy. Ask yourself that question. Why is it that the only fun part of Claudia's scenes this episode was the other people in her episodes? Gary is like balls of fun, okay? Like, seriously. And everybody knows that I love Linnell. Like, I don't understand why she's not from New Orleans. Like, she seems like an old broad from New Orleans. Like, I'm just saying, I love Linnell, okay? She kept it 100 and said she doesn't really like Ricky Smiley's morning show. And I'm like, yeah, I thought it was just me that felt like his funny factor has, like, dissipated a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Is it just me? Like, why does Claudia want to do stand-up? What makes people want to do embarrassing things all the time? I don't understand. Like, this could be a character flaw of mine, okay? But if I'm incredibly scared to do some shit, I probably won't do it. Just keep it 100, okay? Okay? Now, I get out on stage and sing, and I'm scared shitless of that, but that's something that I feel like I have to do because after it's all said and done, I enjoy it. But, like, I don't know if I would feel good about an entire performance going down the drain. And I know, like, most of the singing gonna be, good. So you ain't gonna feel like that the whole way through. But if I'm telling you some whack-ass jokes, especially in a black club, because one of my coworkers, a friend of mine, she's a comedian, okay? And she goes to the white clubs and I be like, girl, now you white people funny, okay? You white people funny because when you go to the white people clubs, they laugh. You go to a black people club, they probably gonna boo you. If you really, really, really want to be funny, I'm gonna need for you to go to the black people club. And then Linnell basically said the same thing that I've always thought, okay? White people giggle. All right, that's why certain white comedians aren't funny to us, because they're really not that funny. You know, they're really not that funny, but white people think they are, so they're great. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to see Claudia do stand-up? Who wants to see that? Obviously Demetria and a natural wants to see her do stand-up, and it was awful from what we saw. I hope she gets better at it, because I feel like her dry, sarcastic demeanor can be great at stand-up, but she has to make herself relatable off rip. Like, as soon as she gets up there, take your fucking shoes off. Just saying. Why is Nene wearing that horrible Elizabethan opera wig? Why is she wearing that? Where's that hat at? Who saw her that was cute? Who? They need to be fired. Why are they your friends? They're not your real friends. Why do you think they're your real friends? I mean, no baby hair whatsoever. Just head wig. Who does that? What year are we in? I mean, is this a church wig? Like, what's happening right now, Nene? Why is Nene all of a sudden so sweet to Phaedra when just a reunion ago we saw her going in on Phaedra about contacting her family to dig up dirt? Okay? Y'all, what happened? Like, I felt like Nene's participation in Phaedra's life was genuine because it happened off camera. But the more we start to see it become a part of their storyline, the more I'm starting to think, nah, bitch, you just planned ahead. Like, you know, you knew you wasn't gonna have no friends. You knew you wasn't gonna have nobody but dumbass Portia to tape with. So I'm assuming that you felt like, well, I know Candy don't really like me, but maybe I can get in good with Phaedra, especially since she going through shit right now. She can use a helping hand. She going through a divorce. I actually feel like Nene was like sitting in her room like, let me call this bitch since I need somebody to tape with. Let me call her. Phaedra? Hey, girl. Hey. I was just calling you because I saw the blogs, girl, and I see everything that's going on, and I just wanted to check in on you because, girl, you know I know how it is to go through a divorce, girl. So yeah, how you doing? Yeah, girl, yeah. That's so messed up, girl. I'm telling you right now. I just imagine it in my head happening just like that. Who the fuck calls their friend White Chocolate like that's her government name? Who does that? Okay? Like, to me, even though that might be true, you actually referring to her as White Chocolate makes me believe that you're lying. And if you have another man, why would you lie about it? That nigga's in jail. Who gives a fuck? Anybody that got anything to say, you tell them to watch last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta and tell me what the fuck, you know, you come talk to me after that, okay? Come talk to me after you seen this man disrespect me on TV like that, leave me on some steps in the hotel room because he wasn't ready to go to bed. Nigga, when I'm ready to bed, you supposed to be ready to go to bed, okay? You ain't ready to go to bed. What the fuck you need? What you need to be up for? What you out here for? It's a vacation. What the fuck you out here doing? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What you need to be up for? Who else is up? I'm asleep. Why you need to be up? Why does Phaedra tear up, but she never cries? Why can't Phaedra call Candy and tell her what the problem is instead of having conversations with Portia and Nene and never saying a word to Candy? You could have picked up the phone your goddamn self, because phones work two ways, bitch. They work two ways. Incoming, outgoing. Incoming, outgoing. Alright? I call you, you call me. If you notice that I ain't called your ass in a while, bitch, call me to make sure I'm not dead or something. I'm just saying, Phaedra, like, I understand where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, we're all grown here. And if you can't deal with the breakup of your marriage with your mama and Jesus, then bitch, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I can't really act like Nene was, you know, really doing the most when it came to making you feel better about the, you know what I'm saying, your marriage falling apart on television. Like, I can't really believe that. I'm sorry. You have other friends that are not on this show. You have other family members. You have your mama that's always sitting there, you know what I'm saying, looking like a fucking bowl of chocolate pudding, always ready to be your shoulder to cry on, okay? And your strong arm through the devil's trials and tribulations, okay? So don't sit up there and act like, oh, you was all out here destitute and alone because Candy didn't call you. Lenithia, why does it look so strange for Candy not to be there for Phaedra right now when we've seen you throw everybody that you called your friend to the fucking curb. I mean, we saw you throw Sheree's broke ass to the curb. I mean, Lord, that's the nicest thing I can say about Sheree. Because let's be real, like, seeing the shit that Sheree does and how everything is all about this appearance and what she wants people to believe. Bitch, if you ain't got no money no more, you ain't got no money no more, okay? Like, they had billionaires that lost their fucking money. It's called the stock market. Get over yourself, okay? Kim, even though whenever we see them on television, they hug it out and act like, you know, they all good. But no, they not. They don't fuck with each other like that no more, okay? So that's Sheree, Kim, who else? Cynthia, you know, to name just a few of the ones that's been on the show, because we're not even mentioning all the girls that have poof-powed and disappeared off the show who might have called themselves friends of Nene, or the people in her personal life that she probably didn't left for dust after she started doing Broadway. Let's not front like you don't just step away from people and then, you know, do this to them whenever they come up to you. Don't do that, okay? Because you do the same shit. So for you to feel like it's so strange, it's like blowing me right now. Blowing me. Why when Candy came in there and started talking about how she and Todd aren't having that much sex, Phaedra was like, girl, don't tell it all. Don't tell it all. And I'm like, she's trying to tell you something real subtle. Real subtle, she's telling you to stop telling everybody your fucking business, because that's probably making your husband uncomfortable. And the reason why y'all have so many issues right now is because you have no, maybe I shouldn't say that shit on television, filter. And you should have one. Don't get me wrong, Candy. I respect the candidness, but at the end of the day, you have to you have to do what you never do, and that's keep his feelings in your mind. Keep how he feels a part of your decision making, because you are married now. I know that seems so hard. I know, okay? I know. Why didn't Candy call Phaedra? Like, after all of this shit was going on, people telling you that they feel like you ain't really being that close to Phaedra, why didn't you call her? Like, I really don't understand after all of this time, especially after that situation with Apollo coming over to your house with, you know, text messages that Phaedra sent to Mr. Chocolate, whatever. Why wouldn't you have called her then? Like, to me, as soon as that nigga would have left out of what... Hey, Phaedra, how you doing, girl? You alright? I know we ain't talked in a while, girl. I got so much going on, and I don't even want to fill your head up with that yet, girl, because I'm calling you because I've realized so much is going on, but I just really wanted to hear how you was doing. And you let her talk for like 10 minutes. And you be like, well, look, let me ask you this, because, girl, Apollo just came over here, okay? Like, you let her talk for 10 minutes before you know what I'm saying? Unless she doing that shit where she act like she don't really have nothing to say. Okay. And so then you be like, so, girl, Apollo came over here, girl. Yeah, came over here not too long ago, girl. He was tripping, had some fucking papers or text messages talking. You know, the text message said you was texting some dude named Mr. Chocolate, and it was kind of, you know, salacious, you know, girl? And I'm just sitting up here, let me call Phaedra and give her a heads up and let her know what's going on so she not caught off guard. Because you know he went over there and told Peter, too. Girl, yeah. So, you know, Cynthia probably gonna tell Kenya. Yeah, girl, yeah, okay? 1 + 1, girl, yes, equals 2. I know. Stupid shit. Really? Alright, like, stupid ass on the phone, like I'm really having a conversation. Y'all ain't about to play with me. Candy, why are you crying again, sweetheart? Why are you crying? Oh my God. Like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Okay? Like, I feel like she don't never really cry to Todd unless it got something to do with something else. She don't cry to Todd about her issues with him. I don't think I've ever seen her cry about her issues with Todd. She cries about her issues with her mama. She cried about her issue with Phaedra. She cried about the fact she got to explain to all them people that they're losing their jobs, which I understand. But at the end of the day, bitch, you need to show just as much emotion with your man as you're going to be showing about all of these other miscellaneous things outside your household. Just saying. Phaedra, why you so cold-blooded? I ain't like the way you handle Candy. Even though I have to ask the question why a bitch crying all the time, she is crying and she is being genuine with you, and it was fucked up for you to go to everybody but her about her. And now that she's sitting in front of your face, you're gonna sit up there and act like everything cool, that y'all good, but you're gonna pause for the cause and let her know that y'all really ain't cool. I got a problem with that. What's up with that, Faye? What's up with that? If you ain't really cool with somebody, if you need some time, say that shit, but don't sit up there and act like y'all cool and then do like Nene do next time you see her and give her a cold shoulder. Or if she call you, you're giving her one-word answers and don't really want to talk to her or spill a tea or some shit like that, like y'all would normally do. Why didn't Nene understand what Dr. Jeff was telling her from the very beginning? I mean, I feel like the man said like at least 3 times that he was going to treat her ass the way he treated every other woman in that room. That he was going to check her when she was wrong. And she needed to be held accountable for what she was doing wrong as well as everybody else in the room. Okay? Like, why she didn't understand that, y'all? He warned her. Candy, why did you show up? I thought she didn't want to go. Why did you show up? I mean, did you show up just to eat and, you know, kind of passive aggressively bring up the whole little friendship issue with Nene in order to like kind of low-key say, bitch, you want to try to act like you're friends with my friend, but you done throw all your friends to the side. I see how you did, Cynthia. You better not fuck over my friend like you did them other chicks. You heard me? Like, that's what was really happening when Candy made her little comment at the end. But I just wanted to get it out the way right then and there. Nene, why did you act an ass off rip? I mean, Kenya couldn't even get out her entire thought without you cutting her off to tell her y'all weren't about to go back and forth. Well, bitch, she wasn't addressing you. She wasn't talking to you. She was talking to Dr. Jeff. So I don't understand why you had to interject and interrupt her like that. Now, y'all know I'm not fucking Kenya's fan. I don't really fuck with her no more ever since she got on this show, okay? I was a fan beforehand, okay? Seen all the Twilight movies because of Kenya Moore, okay? Was not a fan when she got on this show. But in this shit right here, my nigga, I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel bad for Kenya. I do. But I do feel like it's a manipulation. So once again, bitch, your acting skills are on point. Okay, can we just give a round of applause for Kenya Moore's acting skills? Because in this scene, she outacted Nene. Nene, you couldn't even keep your fucking cool. You got everybody aggravated and pissed off with you because you got your ass up and walked up out of this room because you couldn't handle the heat in the kitchen, okay? And it wasn't even her who was putting the, excuse me, y'all. It wasn't even her who was putting all of the heat on you. She just wanted to know why you act funny with her. Why you acting funny? Why you acting funny? Tell me, why you acting funny? Why you acting funny? Tell me, why you acting funny? Why you acting funny? Tell me, why you acting funny? Show your people some love, oh love. Show your people some love, oh love, oh love. Tell me, why you acting bad? Why you acting bad? Tell me, why? That's some New Orleans shit. Don't worry about it. Partner's a crime. Anyway, why do you act fake with Kenya? One moment you're cool, the next time she see you, you're like, ugh, don't touch me, bitch. Yeah, I don't like that shit neither. If you gonna do the shit, okay? If y'all ain't really friends, fine. But don't do all of that type shit when she come and try to hug you or something like that. You a phony motherfucker. Really, like, I do realize that I know what it is, okay? I understand what Nene was saying when she was like, bitch, I see you when you see me. And what that is bitch, you know I'm the queen bee of this show and not to fuck with me. And I know that you on this show doing all of the shit that you do. All of it is fake and for the television so you can get ratings and stay on this show. Like, I think that's what was being said basically without them really saying it. But at the end of the day, all we can see is Kenya looking like her fucking feelings was hurt because you kept shutting her down and shitting on her feelings and talking about how y'all were gonna never be friends, when it's obvious that everybody that's in the room with you right now, with the exclusion of Portia and Candy, are trying to be friends with you in this moment. Probably not Claudia, but definitely Cynthia and Kenya are here because they want to get back cool with your retarded ass. I don't know why they want to get back cool with you after you constantly shit on their emotions all the time. Like, don't nobody have time for that. Yes, when Cynthia does something wrong, I'm going to check her. When Kenya does something wrong, I'm going to check that ass too. But right now, Lenithia, bitch, this is for you, okay? This is dedicated to you. The way you walked out like that, girl. The way you tried to play Dr. Jeff when you asked him to be there, sitting up there talking about, you don't know me like that. Nigga know your personal family business, though. Don't know you like that. You asked him to be there and then gonna act like a 5-year-old fucking brat when he held you accountable and told you to stop being sarcastic and talking over people and accept what they're saying. If you would have been able to just look at it for what it was and stop feeling like people was ganging up on your stupid ass, what did you think? Everybody was gonna show up to gang up on Kenya? No, everybody don't have a problem with Kenya. The majority of the people in the room don't have a problem with Kenya. The majority of people in the room got a problem with your ass, okay? Candy mad because you're trying to steal a fucking friend on some fake shit, okay? Kenya mad because you act fake with her every time you see her. You don't want to be a friend, okay? Cynthia mad at you because you completely threw your friendship to the dust and didn't give a fuck and then turned around and tried to act like it was Cynthia that was doing all the shit talking when it was really both of y'all, okay? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and of course Claudia, non-fucking fact at this moment, but okay. You know, Claudia's problem with you is the fact that you come at her and call her a hoe like you know her panty line. Bitch, you don't know me like that. I don't give a fuck what you heard. Okay? Like, that's what's going on right now. And all you had to do was take one of them at a time. And as soon as everybody had, you had said, okay, I'm sorry if I did that to you, I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes Lanithia will come out and I don't want her to. Whatever you could have said as an explanation, a valid explanation for how you act with them, they would have eventually got off of you and then got on one another. But then not really, because you was the only person that really had a problem with anybody besides Portia. Okay, so I mean, I feel like eventually it would have got off of you, and it wouldn't have been you. You would have just said what you had to say. They would have said what they had to say, and y'all would have just left it alone. But you, on the other hand, gotta get up, get your fucking bags, and walk out and act fake and talk to the doctor like he crazy about his license and all this type of shit. Nene, girl, go sit your ass down somewhere. Why did Candy make a comment that basically said Todd is the wrong one in their situation because he's always mad, just like Nene was in their therapy session? I'm like, so that's what you think? You think that because Todd is the aggravated, annoyed one when y'all are going through therapy and you're the passive-aggressive, ignorant to the fuck is going on person, that means he's wrong and you're right? Is that what you're telling me right now, Candy? Like, I don't know how y'all gonna work this out if you don't realize when you saying dumb shit. Because that was the dumb shit right there. Like, that was really the dumb shit. Y'all still together. I see y'all in pictures and shit like that. So I hope that you watch yourself and realize what's happening here. And I can't even really blame you. I blame Mama Joyce for never being long enough with a man or in a marriage with a man to show you what a woman is supposed to be like in a marriage. Okay? And I really feel like that's her fault. I mean, I can't go and say whatever happened in her life, but all I'm going to say is her not setting an example for you is the reason why you don't know how to deal with being married to Todd. Why is Cynthia so big and bad every other scene that we've seen her in this season? But when she gets in the room with Nene, her fucking ass is whispering everything, okay? Like, yeah, she was saying stuff back. You know what I'm saying? But she was whispering. She wasn't doing the type of get up and ignorant shit that she did with Phaedra or the ignorant shit that she did with Portia. She not doing that. Right now, she's real calm and lackadaisical about how annoyed she is with Nene. And that just pisses me the fuck off. Because if you want to have balls with somebody, have balls with a bitch who calls your husband a bitch. Because I'm telling y'all right now, somebody will get their fucking shit like bled back if they call Lyric a bitch, especially because Lyric is so not a bitch. Like, he's so not that type of, like, I'm telling you, there are so many other people in this world that I could think of that the first thing that rolls off my tongue is bitch, but it ain't that dude, man. And if you ever call my dude a bitch to my face, bitch, we not only not gonna be friends that day, but I'm gonna fucking stump you into the ground. Point blank period. Nene, why can't you admit that the real reason why you mad at Cynthia is because she had the audacity to pick her husband's side, okay, in the situation eventually. She may not have done it off rip because, like you said, y'all was acting like y'all was friends and cool and made up, but essentially you was still getting your ass on television talking about how irrelevant she was after you called her husband a bitch and then kind of really don't never act like you sorry about it. Yeah, this is you. This is you. Smell that shit? That's you. That's you. Why was Portia there if she was just gonna bite her lip the whole time? Like the whole time the shit's going on, she's just sitting there. And I want to say that her weave looked better this week. I don't think you should ever do a weave bone straight like that. I think you should only do your real hair bone straight like that. But to see, like, you know, the weave, no, the weave need curl so that it don't be like, oh, you know, getting all knotted and shit. Like, when she had that straight weave, that shit was all knotted and yucky looking, and I wasn't here for that. It was too shiny. But this episode, she got the curls, and I'm like, okay, now see, I like that shit. Okay, I didn't like that she had the fucking dog collar around her neck with a jean shirt, but I liked her hair. Okay. Y'all, that's all I had to say about this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I hope y'all enjoyed the questionnaire. I really do. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share my channel. Care Bear share. Yes, I went to the gym, bitch. Everything's sore. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video, okay?